Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. Margarete Miller Day today, but before I get into this, when I recorded my video for yesterday that showed you the beetroot dyed papers, I forgot to show you the fabric that I'd dyed. So I was given this old lace curtain just on Tuesday this week. It's a bit rotten, it's got holes and fraying, and you know, it's just been in storage for a number of years. And she gave it to me and says, it's a bit rotten, you only be able to use little bits of it. And I was like, absolutely perfect, no guilt whatsoever about chopping it up. So that's the original. So it's just a, you know, kind of a off-white colour. And this is some of the beetroot dyeing I have done. So from the very pale, it's not super pale, but it's paler. So that's just one go in the dyeing solution. And this is all beetroot dyed. Then this is a bit darker. Isn't it wonderful? And look at all the holes. It's so fun. And it's a little bit lighter on the other side because I dried it on top of the fire. And the side that's exposed to the ear actually ends up darker, if you didn't realize that. It's just something I've noticed over the dyeing process, that the side that's exposed to the ear always turns out darker. And then this really dark pink bit, which has been dyed multiple times. So let's get, like, isn't that gorgeous? Beetroot, it's wonderful. I love the results. So I just wanted to show you that first up because I had it sitting there to show you and forgot. But anyway, let's get into the collage today. Margarete Miller. If you're new to Margarete Miller, if you don't know about her, she creates prompts of collages, and you can purchase the list over on her Etsy shop. 6 prompts, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5 prompts and a bonus prompt for every day of the year. And this is the first year that I'm planning on doing the whole thing from start to finish. I'm a little behind due to recent events, but we will get there. So first off, I'm going to trim down my prompt list here and make it a little smaller to fit on the page. And while I'm doing this, I just want to say a big shout out to someone who's watching for the very first time. Joel. Hello, Joel. And hello to Margarete too, if you're watching with Joel, Margarete. Joel has a very important role to play in today's collage. So I will explain as we move along. So just getting my bits kind of situated here, ready to go. So first prompt, an image that features a face. It came out of a recent 2018, that's recent, Reader's Digest magazine. And I just really loved this illustration. I'm going to call this person Joel. Now the Joel that I'm giving a shout out to has blonde hair, and this guy has brown. But, you know, artistic license. We're going to call this guy Joel. So that's the beginning of our story. So we've got an image that features a face. We need a list. And I went online and printed out a couple of lists, not sure which one I'll use, of the properties on Monopoly. I thought this one was interesting because it has the US and Canada names of the properties, and this one has the UK international. Now here in New Zealand we have the international version, which is based on England. The UK, there is actually a New Zealand version out, but I've never seen it, I've never played it. But I thought it was interesting to have the US property names included. So not sure if I'll go this one or this one. This one has the ones I'm familiar with. But like, this is very colourful, and I'm wondering if that's like too much competition on colour. I think this one might work a little better. So let's cut that out now that I've decided. And I wasn't sure which one was going to print better because they were both really, really small. And it was like, oh, I need to actually be able to see them. Don't want to have to squint or use a magnifying glass to read it. So I will save that other list and it'll go into my collage bin. I might be able to use it some other time. Cutting this down to its approximate size, like so. And here's our other list. I'll just pop that up the top of my desk. So we have our list. A piece of currency or play money. Now this is where my friend Joel came in. Joel is a young lad from our church, and I put a message out on our church WhatsApp group saying, did anyone have any old playing money of the Monopoly type or anything along those lines? And very generously, Margarete messaged and says yes. And Joel, I said, just one piece is fine. All I need is one piece. Well, Joel, out of the kindness of his heart, sent his mum along to me with not one, but 4 pieces of toy money. So this is actually New Zealand currency in miniature. And I want to use the back of it because the back of it has the birds, really pretty birds. The front has people. So we've got the Queen. I'm kind of a bit sad to cover up the Queen, but you know, I thought, no, I'm going to go all birds. The security window on the notes will be back to front, but that's okay. So Joel, thank you so much for your generosity and for providing me the material that I need to meet this prompt for this collage. You are a very kind young boy, and I hope you don't mind that Joel in my story is brown hair, not blonde, but he's there to remind me of you. Right, so that's our play money. We have just a scrap of grocery bag. That's our brown paper. Tea bag cover is this little paper cover from green tea, which I don't drink because I don't like the stuff, but we have tea leaves in it, so let's shake those out. We have a box of this. Hubby goes through phases where he might have some, but I don't think he overly likes it either. And the bonus today is stripes, and so I am going to create stripes with faux washi. So this is faux washi. I've made it from double-sided tape and magazine images, and I thought this colour will work well for what I intend to do. So let's get into the collage. I'm going to flip my book under, so we're just working with one page. Oh, tea leaves. I've got tea leaves everywhere. Tea dust, actually, more than tea leaves. Okay, so I know I want this over this side. I don't know why, I just do. It pleases me. I'm going to spend all this time brushing off tea dust now. Brown paper, I think, is going to go in the background somewhere. Let's just tear off that little leggy bit there. Maybe we just want to slide it in the background there. Oops, got a little fold over there. Do we want to put this bit somewhere? Just randomly tear it. Okay, I'm pretty set that's what I'm going to do with the brown paper, so I'm just going to glue that down so I'm not fighting with it anymore. And it's just background to cover up the plain page, the writing lines. It's not really part of our story today. It's just background to the story. So as usual, I am building a little story with these prompts. Took me a minute or two to come up with an idea. And once I got the idea, I was like, yep, now I need to find the bits to make my story happen. Hence my message, my call out on WhatsApp, asking for some play money, because one, I didn't have any that I could use, and two, it's a crucial part of the story and a crucial part of the prompt list. Not one I was going to leave out. I don't think I've ever left out a prompt. I think I've always included all of the prompts. And that's part of the challenge. So I'm just using my tacky glue to glue all this down. Making sure I get enough coverage that it's not going to go anywhere. It's only going to be in my book here, but we still want it secure, don't we? So smooth it out best I can. It's all delightfully crinkly, not straight, and I love it. Just love it as it is. So there we go. I don't think we'll need anything down here. I do have one little scrap left if we do. So that's going to sit there, I think. I'm not going to glue it down yet because I want to compose my scene. So we have Joel here. And we also have some other people around him. So Joel is one of several children in the family. And he's playing a board game with his siblings. So he's got one brother and 3 sisters. So 4 siblings. There are actually 5 little people. So maybe one's his mum or his dad. So he's playing a board game. And I'm using Monopoly. We don't have Monopoly money. We've just got the New Zealand currency, which I think is even more fun. Like, because there is a New Zealand version of Monopoly. So we can pretend that it's New Zealand money on the game. So we have our list here of the properties, which we might put somewhere there. We have our tea bag, which is kind of like the difficult one for me, how to weave it into the story, but we'll make it work. Might be a bit random, but we'll make it work. And it's still giving me tea dust. Just giving it a wee shake out on the floor, because you know that's where the mess goes, isn't it, on the floor? So you can vacuum it up. So not sure where I want that. Going to try and flatten it out a bit. Now I do need to think about my prompt list as well, where I want to put that. Our money. Oops. Don't want you to move, Mr. Joel. Maybe, I don't want to cover the bird's head. Need to be careful of that. Something like that. And these two. So by putting it something over these security windows, I'm kind of partially disguising that they're back to front. Maybe we could use one of them, this one, as our little prompt pocket. Could do something like that. Is it? No, our tea bag cover. Would it fit inside our tea bag cover? Could we cut it down enough? I think it would be a bit tight. I don't think we'd be able to cut enough off it unless I lost the little decorative bit there. So maybe we go with the money as our wee pocket. Down like that. I don't like it though. I don't like it. I don't like how it sits over top of the tea bag. It's pushing it out too much. Okay, let's trim this down then and make it fit in our tea bag. Lose the decorative element because it's not really important, it's just pretty. Maybe I can save that for something else, we'll see. Okay, this should fit now. Yes, it is going to fit. Now, do I want to put it that way up? I'm just wondering, can we make it fit right inside so we can close our flap? Let's see. A little bit more. There we go. How's that? Yes, right. Now I'll take it back out so I can refer to it. Okay, let's build this. I'm going to do the stripes last of all. They'll be the last thing that I do on the page. So let's put this down. So Joel is playing a game of Monopoly or some sort of board game. We'll call it Monopoly because that kind of works for my story a bit better, but it could be anything really. He's playing a game of Monopoly with his brother and his sisters, and either his mum or dad, or maybe it's both, but you know, they're busy people, so switch in and out. I can quite imagine them doing that. Swapping places as things need to happen around the home. Right, so Joel, you are going to live there, my friend, with your siblings and either your mum or your dad or both. Okay, list here of the properties is going over here. I need to wait until I do the stripes to bring this story all together, so bear with me as I just put everything in place. So it's going to go about there. Give it a good press down. Whoops, I may be off the camera at the top of the frame. Please excuse me if I am. Right, that's going to go about there, I think, but we'll do the money first. So put this one down first. So Joel, the money you gave me is now famous. Well, as famous as it could get on my channel, which isn't super famous, but it is out there in the real world. I do really appreciate this, Joel. I can't tell you how much it means that you gave me not just one piece, but 4 out of your stash. Very, very generous. And while I'm here, I want to say hello to all of Joel's family, to Mum and Dad, and to your brother and sisters. Lovely family, a really beautiful family, all blonde, which is super cute. Right, it's those 2 down. I mean, I don't have to use all of it, but I think it's really cool to use all of it. I think it's, or do I want to keep one for another day? I do like all of them though. We've only got the stripes to go. don't want to cover over any of the family members that are playing. That would not be good. Need them showing. Yeah, like that, I think. I'm going to use all of them. Right. They're not the same way I had them laid out initially, and that's quite normal. Things shift and I forget exactly how I had them, or I put something in a slightly different position or different angle, and that means everything else has to shift slightly. Right, and you can go there. Fabulous. Don't they look fabulous, Joel? I think they do. Right, glue this on. A little tea bag cover. So normally I would use the front of it as the display, and it's got a coffee stain on it. Yes, a tea bag cover has a coffee stain on it because it lives in our little cupboard that we've got specially for tea and coffee. And so obviously it's come up against something, and it's old. It's been there for quite some time. And it was unused, so I just took the tea bag out of it, and I'll probably throw it out. I haven't thrown it out yet. I've just kind of set it on the stovetop, but I will probably throw it out because the likelihood of hubby drinking it is probably 5%, and that's being generous. Likelihood of me drinking it, 0%. Never. Nope. Not on your life. I do not like green tea. But for this story, I'm going to say that our Joel here does like green tea. I don't know, Joel, if you like green tea or not, or whether you drink tea. You're possibly a bit young yet. But this Joel likes green tea. And here comes the clincher for the story. It's all they're giving him in Monopoly jail. Yep, Joel is sitting in Monopoly prison. Got sent to jail, as happens in Monopoly. I'm just going to kind of give this a little crinkly top because we're not going to do the full jail bars. We're just kind of giving a hint that he's in jail. So I'm going to stick these, and these are going to be our stripes. They're going to be the bars on the jail cell. Did you guess that's where I was going? I bet some of you did. Those who have been with me for a while and used to me creating these little stories, these little vignettes. Whoops, just trying to get the backing off the tape. There we go. And that's why I chose this grey colour, because I think that works well. Don't know that I want it right up the middle of his face, but I also don't want to cover the people at the bottom. So maybe I'll go right between those people. But this is the thing. Joel is very, very good at playing this game. So while he's in jail, it's no big deal. Look, he's smiling. He's happy about it because he's sitting in jail waiting for his time to come out. And he's got his list of the properties that he owns. So I probably need to do a little check off. Let's do that now while I think of it. So we're going to say that he has the 2 top earning properties. Give them a little tick. He's got a couple of the green ones, but we're not going to give them all because, you know, he's still got work to do. A couple of the red ones. These are my favorite ones. The green, the red, and the blue. You know, they're the most valuable. And he's got, what else? He's got a station, and a station there. It's got a couple of stations, and maybe a pink. Okay, so he's sitting in jail, waiting his turn to be able to get out of jail. Keeping a list of all the properties he's got, and he's eyeballing the ones that he would like. So we'll put a little asterisk besides the ones he wants to get hold of, and he wants to get hold of the last green one. They're his target, what he wants. So he's making a little plan, trying to decide, or not decide, but making a plan of what he's going after and who he needs to buy them off or bankrupt so he can get the properties from them, so he can win, because he likes to win. Is that true, Joel? Do you like to win? Winning's fun, but I think the most fun is just playing the game and being part of it. Enjoying it for what it is, whether you win, lose or draw. But this Joel, he likes to win. So do I put one right up the middle of his face? Maybe we put this one over here, because it's stripes. The prompt is stripes, so we need, you know, more than one strip. Maybe just up there. So these people look like they're in jail with him, but they're not. They're just playing the game. Gosh, sorry it's taking me so long to try and peel the backing off these bits of tape. My fingers are a bit cold, so that's probably why I'm struggling today. Oh, come on. Be nice, paper. Right, got it. Okay, and this one I'm going to put there, I think. So we've got our stripes, which are the prism bars. Right, so let's bring it all together. We have an image that features a face. We've got Joel, our character here. We've got the list of properties that he's got and the ones that he wants. We've got pieces of currency or play money. Thank you so much, Joel. It just makes everything work beautifully, and I can't say thank you enough for that. Brown paper is just in the background there. We've got the tea bag cover, which our fellow Joel is drinking while he's in prison. And the stripes are the prison bars while he's in Monopoly jail. So that's our collage for week 20. So I'm a couple of weeks behind, but we will make it. Will that close maybe? Will that tuck in there? Oh, it actually does. That's where you tear the tea bag out, the little tag of the tea bag, and it actually does work as a closure. So that's fun. So it's all tucked away nice in there with our little prompts. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. Again, a big shout out to Joel and his mum Margarete, who dropped in the play money just literally an hour ago for me. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video and my wee story. It's great to have everyone join me. Have a beautiful weekend, my friends, and I'll be back again on Monday for a new episode of the Deal It Up Challenge. I'll see you then. Bye for now.